Our bodies include over 600 muscles that support, stabilize, and enable movement. Your daily treatment of your muscles will determine whether they deteriorate or grow. This is why you need to care about them regularly. And when it comes to muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth, you must constantly push them beyond what they are adapted to in order to see an improvement and gain muscle. In other terms, you need progressive overload. Most people's training that doesn't achieve progressive overload. They may work out hard and sweat a lot, but they aren't really doing anything to encourage their muscles to grow. Yeah, certain changes takes time. However, if you're looking for the quickest technique to gain muscle and you aren't noticing noticeable size improvement from month to month, it's an indication that your strategy or the program that you use is flawed. And today I'm gonna share with you some vital tips that you have to know about muscle hypertrophy. So let's dive in. You ought to be familiar with the processes of muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth. So let's imagine that just we complete working out. Our muscles don't really grow stronger that right away. In the truth, they don't begin to adjust to the harm we do them until a couple of days with appropriate healing. Your muscles recover while you are sleeping, which means your exercises must be created in such a way that they really stimulate your muscles to grow throughout each session if you wanted to see a continuous increase over time. And the first thing that you can do is to increase your training volume. One of the main factors of affecting hypertrophy is training volume, which is calculated by multiplying your repetitions by your sets. And contrary to what you would think, you might need to reduce the weight you lift in order to gain volume. The intensity will decrease in comparison to strength training. Throughout the hypertrophy session, in your routine, the intensity will range from 50 to 70% of the weight you can lift for one rep. To acquire the volume you desire, execute 3 to 6 sets of 10 to 20 reps on each exercise you perform. And to increase your training in volume, you have 3 options. The first one is to add more weight. Imagine with me that you can presently lift 100 kg squat for 8 reps, and by multiplying 100 kg by 8 reps, so you've lifted 800 kg across that set. The next week or the next 2 weeks, you have to try to increase the load to 105 kg and perform the same number of reps. And by using the same formula, you will be lifted 840 kg across that set, which means you lifted 40 kg more than the previous week or than the last 2 weeks. And this is what creates a new stimulation and encourage your muscles to grow. The second option is to add 1 rep. Let's say that you can do bench press with 65 kg for 10 reps. The next week or the next 2 weeks, you have to try to add just 1 rep. The third option is to add 1 set and lift the same weight for the same reps. Let's use the previous squat example. If you can do squat with 100 kg for 3 sets for 8 reps, by adding just 1 set, the next week you will be lifted 700 kg than the previous week. And before moving to the next step, don't miss to click in the red subscribe button followed by the bell icon for more tips about exercise, diet, health, and everything related to fitness. So the second thing you have to do is to concentrate on the eccentric phase. There are 32 phases involved in lifting in any weight. The concentric phase, the agonist muscles contraction, and the eccentric phase, the antagonist muscle stretching. You're doing an eccentric action, for example, when you descend into squat movement. Concentric movement occurs when you stand up again. And eccentric training is far more effective at inducing hypertrophy. And you have 2 options for increasing the eccentric difficulty in your exercises. Whether you slow down the eccentric part of each exercise you do, or add eccentric modifications to your program. Consider the squat as an illustration. You would descend at the floor and stop the motion there to make it eccentric only. And you must significantly increase the weight you lift if you solely do eccentric movement, because our muscles are physically much more powerful when moving eccentrically than when moving concentrically. Also, you can do this by your own body weight if you exercise at home, like a handstand push-up. Moving on to the next step, try to work each muscle groups 2 or 3 times weekly. Usually, bodybuilding plans are divided up to target each body part once a week. This implies that you skip working out a certain muscle groups or muscle area a lengthy period of time. If you exercise just 3 times per week, consider moving to full body exercises, which involve working your complete body during each session. Each muscle will be worked 3 times a week in this manner. For each muscle group, complete 2 to 3 sets. Or you can pick an upper-lower body split workout where you work each muscle groups twice weekly for around 5 sets each if you work out 4 days a week. In addition to this, your ability to increase strength and muscle mass more quickly will depend on how frequently you exercise each muscle group weekly. And you will find all the details about the best split workout in these videos. You can check them from the links in the box of description. The next step is prioritize compound movement. Compound exercises are exercises that work multiple muscle groups and use multi-joints at the same time. The deadlift, squat, push-ups, rows, and pull-ups are few of them. Make compound movement the focal point of your exercise since they activate a lot of muscle mass, resulting in effective training and significant release of hormones like testosterone that support growth. There is nothing wrong with including some isolation exercises like curls and leg extensions, but do so after your main compound exercises. Last but not least, you should never and ever skip your leg days. Even if you want a huge chest and big arms, you still need exercise your leg, because muscle imbalance are undesirable and strong compound lower body movement such as the deadlift or squat have a large effect on your entire muscular growth, including your upper body. This is due to the fact that they are stimulate all of your muscles, including the ones in your shoulders and back, and they encourage the production of hormones that boost growth and strength. That's it for today, and guys, this is Dr. Ishak. If you enjoy watching this video, don't miss to click on the red subscribe button, followed by the bell icon for more tips about exercise, diet, health, and everything related to fitness. And if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section. God willing, see you on the next video.